You don't need Netflix, you don't need cable. Hop on YouTube, welcome to the hood table, where we chop up local and global events vocally. You don't really wanna miss out on these conversations. Just joke a little, laugh a little, get that wine in your system, fill your glass a little. Expose current events, talk trash a little. You never know, these opinions might clash a little. They addicted to the content, got them binge watching. You don't like it, then you want invited. Bet your friends watching in the house and your job parking lot before you clocking. They don't wanna miss a second of this HT content. Everybody think they got something to say, so it's an open invitation, bring it to the table. But if you come whack, just know we ain't buying in. We gon' probably turn your back and tell you sorry, try again, Yeah, welcome to the hood table. You don't need Netflix, you don't need cable. Yeah, welcome to the hood table. You don't need Netflix, you don't need cable.
Hey everyone, what's up? Welcome back to the Hood Table. Shout out to everyone in the chat. Shout out to the supporters, to the moderators. Shout out to the content creators. It's a lot going on, y'all. A lot going on. Who's the first one in the chat? Is that my girl Mel? What up, Mel? Thank you, sis, for joining me today. Shout out to all the members as well. What's up, Lou 44? Shaka King Black. Always got the side eyes on a bitch, okay? Sight, yeah. How you doing? Sincere Sight. Why fuck your name up like that? Hold on. Sincere Sight. My bad. The Hood Table was asking who's going live. You know what, BS? I was going to say I'm going live, but I didn't seem like I was trying to cloud off of your... Girl, you know how I am. You know how I am. You know we got a beggar out here already to be begging for the redirects. I can't take their place. It's okay, Booski. You know it's okay. It's okay. Plus, on top of that, I didn't know exactly what time you was ending because I know you had said you were about to end, and then people kept hitting the link. So I didn't even get back around to. I was just like, I've been around here cooking and cleaning up and all this shit while listening to y'all. So. But what up, Slick Chick? How you doing, love? HeU34, what's up, boo? TSW, what's up, boo? The Ham Show, what's up, honey? Let's get into this shit. Okay? Because although I do have time to give today because we're it's snowing right now. We're getting a blizzard today. And then in about 4 days, it's gonna be 80 degrees. So y'all know how the Midwest gives, okay? But today I'm in the house, chilling, just enjoying the commentary and whatnot. But and trying to stay warm. But yes, I want to get into this commentary. The people who I've been watching recently, a little bit of Lemon. I haven't really watched a lot of audio because I don't know him that well. And he be in a lot of different things and I don't be following all that shit. But I definitely did watch VS. And I just finished her live, of course, like a lot of us. What she had, like 800 or something in her chat or something like that. But yeah, snow, honey, snow. Shoot, you know how much I'm looking forward to the spring? Yeah, spring and summer. What up, Big Man TV and Y Tanya? How y'all doing? Make sure y'all please like and share the video on your way in. Please feel free to hit the super chat, support the goals, or the Cash App. $, the Hood Table 402 will do. But first thing first, now, I was watching a little bit of audio yesterday when he was talking about old girl over there, Mia, the one who people say been MIA. You know, Mia. So I was watching him over there talk about Mia, and I've been learning a lot about this girl, as far as like, you know, her behind the scene with a lot of different niggas, not females, but niggas. So I've been hearing a lot about this girl behind the scene with a lot of different niggas. And at the end of the show, I had heard even that she's behind the scene with some more niggas now, or really, really talking to another nigga. And one thing I said in VS chat earlier was, it's okay if you like or fall in like with someone on here. You know, come on. The internet is just like real life in a sort of type of way. You meet a lot of people. You run across a lot of different people, and you get involved in a lot of drama sometimes, and you involve yourself around a lot of different personalities, and it's common. People always end up liking somebody on the internet, whether it's a crush or whether you really, really liking them. What I said in VS chat was, it's okay if you fall in like with somebody on the internet, but you got to be careful who you become very fond of, because a lot of times we see the same fuck shit. People end up liking each other, talking behind the scenes, pillow talking, gossiping, and all that kind of shit. And then next thing you know, here comes Mad Day. So you got to be careful who the fuck you fucking with behind the scenes. I always say, when people show you who they are, believe them the first time. If you see motherfuckers on here doxing and dragging kids and calling family members and all kind of shit, that's who you want to be with behind the scenes? Like, that's crazy to me. That is crazy to me. I fuck with like-minded people behind the scenes. That is always crazy to me. You see somebody out here, you see doxers, I mean serial doxers, and you don't think your ass ain't gonna get doxed? Now we know how much money you got in your bank account, like as if we needed to know, because a bitch would never get me to show you how much money I got in my bank account. I don't care if it's negative 500 or 500,000. You will never know how. I don't care how much you dig and find out evictions. Who ain't never had an eviction or eviction notice? Who ain't never been behind in their bills? Who ain't never lost a job? How many people done had a repossession? I didn't have one in my life when I was a young adult. I mean, people done been fired, laid off. I mean, some people had it off more than, had it more bad than others. But you will never get nobody up here to make me prove that I got some money in the bank. And around this time of the year, that don't really mean shit, because everybody got money in the bank. It's motherfucking income tax time. A lot of bitches running around here with money in their pocketbook, flashing money on Facebook, IG, buying purses, getting their hair done, buying bundles, all that kind of shit, buying cars. I know like 3 people right now that bought some cars in the last week. They moved an apartment, bought some furniture. I mean, it's income tax season. Shit. And I'm not saying the girl broke. I'm not saying she ain't over there hustling or making money. Y'all know I believe in multiple streams of income. Shit, I flip cakes. I make t-shirts. I got a regular job. I do YouTube. I'm an Amazon affiliate. Man, I'm an Atlanta Vinyls affiliate for t-shirts. I'm like, hey, I believe in multiple streams of income, okay? So I'm not saying she ain't broke, but you should never have nobody. Now check this. You new to the B sector, but let me tell you how the B sector is. You showed your bank account. Now, mind you, we don't know your whole bank account number, but I guarantee it might be somebody working at that bank. That might be in the B sector. And there are people behind the scenes who know your real name. I mean, you showing your bank account with your bank's name and the last 4 digits of your account, car payment receipts, rent payment receipts. You should never let nobody get you out here like that. Let them niggas bump their gun and talk their shit. That's one thing you're gonna learn in the B sector. We don't give a fuck what people put out here about. We ain't gonna help you. We is not gonna help you dox us. If somebody gonna get doxed, they gonna get doxed. And you're gonna live to see another motherfucking day. But you don't help them dox you. I don't give a fuck what this nigga said 2 words and he had you talking about lawsuits and all kind of shit. That is very much a rookie move. And you behind the scenes with too many people to not know better. You behind the scene with doxers. You behind the scenes with people who be dragging and gagging and calling people families and I love you, Ken, but talking about people's children. I mean, you behind the scenes with a lot of motherfuckers. That's the first thing you should have learned, is don't let nobody allow you to help them dox you. That's first thing first. And then being behind the scenes with all these different niggas, that don't look good. Yeah, you cute and all. You on here, you got your nice little sew in, you know, your crib, 3-floor house, 3-story house. You got 14 in the bank, you know, all this kind of stuff. You cute on the eyes and everything, but don't let that shit go to your head and get you in all kind of situations behind the scene. You don't want to be that girl. You don't want to be that girl. Do you understand what you looking like? You don't understand what you looking like. You looking like some trick, some hoe, some child. You just going from nigga to nigga to nigga to nigga to shanigga behind the scenes. That's not cool. I'm not calling you these names, but I'm giving you the perspective of what the beef sector is thinking about you. Yeah, some of the niggas is like, oh, she cute. You know, Audio trying to get you flued out. Lemon want to meet with you in Louisiana. You want to go see Ken at the Essence Festival. You want to do all this kind of shit. Yeah, niggas might want to holler at you, but you giving the perception that you're easy and you stay behind the scenes with different niggas. That's not a good look. That's not a good look. And that's all I'm going to say on that. You keep moving like you moving. There's other people in other sectors that people call hoes and whores and sluts and prostitutes and all that kind of stuff. You don't want to give that impression, especially if you don't want to be in the beef sector. You keep talking about you want to do different type of content, but we can't tell. We cannot tell. And I've been in this motherfucker for like 8-9 years. Been around here since 14, 15, 16 before the B sector even was created. I'm just keeping it hood with you. I'm just keeping it hood with you. Niggas will have you caught up in a motherfucking bag, a scenario, a storyline, spinning narratives and all kind of shit. I'm just keeping it hood with you. That's all. That's all. Now, moving right along. Lemon and your drunk ass. Child. Oh my God. I'm surprised Lemon didn't fall asleep while he was on VS panel. He was so drunk. That nigga was over there slurring, talking about, I'm not drunk. This nigga fucked up before rush hour in Cali. Okay, what time is it in Cali right now? 11:15. He over there drunk as fuck before rush hour in Cali. I was like, this don't make no damn sense. And he really over there trying to convince VS that Ken Nola that said something very despicable, something very damaging behind her back. And Lemon didn't have nothing to give. Nothing to give. I'm like, Lemon, you making yourself look bad, but that's normal. I know you used to that shit. You used to looking bad and losing channels and all that kind of shit. But you made yourself look like real bad. I was cracking up. All he kept saying was, Ken said that you gonna fuck me up. You gonna fuck me up. If I don't apologize, you gonna fuck type shit. You gonna fuck me up. If I don't say shit, I better apologize and say I'm sorry, or you gonna fuck me up. I was like, is that all she said? Lemon. Is that all Ken said? That shit was crazy. VS is like, Ken, I already told you, I don't give a damn what they say. Yeah, you was upset, because I was letting Audio over here, but fuck that shit. You kept having different people on your panel that I didn't fuck with, the Octagons, the Kikis, you fucking around with all these other motherfuckers that she don't fuck with and she don't give a fuck. VS don't really give a fuck. VS will still even do business behind the scenes with you. If y'all still on that type of level, she understood what's going on. Kenola is over there, he likes this girl, I forgot her damn name already. Mia. She understands how the game is played. VS is an OG, triple OG, and is King Dingalang. I don't care how y'all feel about her. That is still King Dingalang, okay? She still would get your ass caught up in a bag and have you apologizing and her stunning your ass and calling you her bitch. And let me take a sip of water on that. Okay. So Lemon is supposedly supposed to have some type of tea about some shit, some conversations that they was talking about that Ken said about VS, and VS don't give a fuck. It don't matter. We know how it gives. Ken Nola, he has protected several different females in this sector, from Sunny to Mia, to other people, and that's just Ken. That's just Ken. Ken sometimes finds his way fond of different particular young ladies, and it is what it is. Yeah, VS eyes is always wide open. Always wide open. If she feels like you're doing too much behind the scenes, or being too slick or shady with her, she'll cut the rope. She'll cut the rope. She'll release you. She'll send you on your way, going about your business and shit like that. But VS ain't like Ken Nola's told Lemon today. VS is very intelligent. VS is very intelligent. And I think she can very well see through the fuck shit that Lemon was trying to put Ken in a trick bag by trying to, because I think, from what I see. I see that Lemon has been put in a certain situation, not by just VS, by Smooth Carter and a lot of other motherfuckers. And from what we heard, even Octavius allegedly was striking his. I mean, all kind of people been coming at him from different angles. So I feel like Lemon is trying to get the light shine on somebody else. He's trying to get somebody else in the hot seat to take some of the reflection off of him. That's just what I believe. I could be wrong. I very well could be wrong. But he was really trying to get, it seemed like he was really trying to get VS to go at Ken, maybe the way that VS was going at him. I don't know. That's just what I see. You said exactly, El Blue 05. What up? And hi, Kimberly Black and Jills and Mr. Boston. Larea T. Lays. Did I say that right? Thank you, Mel, for the super chat. I appreciate you, boo. You said you schooling the youngest. Girl, we been here. We ain't new to this, okay? Y'all talking about y'all sick of his drunk ass. Child, that nigga be sick. Sick drunk. We sick of his drunk ass. He be sick drunk. That nigga be fucked up. On that Taylor Port or whatever the fuck he be drinking. That nigga be fucked up. Fucked up. And that's why people say there's no way he can have a real job. I never really thought the nigga had a real job. And I don't want to say, YouTube, some people do have YouTube as their real job. There's a lot of people with millions of subscribers. This is their job. You know what I mean? They get in like $50,000 to $100,000 a month. So some people, this is their real job. But we ain't making that kind of money where $3,000-4,000 on YouTube, that's not enough. That's not enough for me to want to quit my job. Nope. And you don't get no 401k. You don't get no benefits. You don't get no health insurance. You ain't got no long-term, short-term disability. I mean, you ain't got no dental, vision. They can't even offer you it. You know how they offer the free employee assistance program? You can't even get EIP with YouTube. So for people who be quitting their jobs or not getting a regular job to get a couple of thousand on YouTube, you gotta live with your mama. No shade, no tea. But you gotta live with your mama. Shit, me paying my high-ass mortgage, there's no way that I could just be doing YouTube and on here running all type of storylines and plays and acting a donkey on here just to get that 3,000 or 4,000. Shit. Nope. You got to have a job or a couple of more hustles, a couple of more streams of income, something like that. But that shit was really interesting because even last night when I heard that Lemon was over there crying because Mia didn't hit his panel and Mia went on her own panel because that was funny. I'm sorry, Lemon. That was funny. That's funny. Now he claims that he was really over there crying because Ken Nola had said something about doing something to somebody's sister or something like that. But then I heard that he was over there crying and really down because Mia didn't hit his link, because I guess he was over at Pieces right earlier, and I missed Pieces live, but I guess he was over at Pieces saying that he was about to go live and that it was going to be an exclusive, or it's going to be explosive live, and I guess Mia was supposed to join him over there. Now I guess it was supposed to be explosive also because Mia been MIA. Right? Mia been MIA, so people was like, where Mia been? All this shit didn't hit the fan, and she done took off, and whoop, 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 and she's supposed to start this show with R&Y doing girl talk, but now we know that she ain't doing girl talk. R&Y, I guess, is going to do that by herself and have a guest on there every week, and I am still looking forward to her show. Because as I always say, we need more people doing commentary in this sector. A lot of this shit is so watered down. I mean, a lot of this shit is so watered down that the plays and the narratives and the fake storylines, we need more people in the sector doing commentary. And right now, I don't even give a fuck what you talking about. Girl talk, I mean, beauty, family, relationships. I don't care right now, because a lot of us is getting sick of the same old type of storylines and the shit that we have to sit here and be like, is this shit real? Is it fake? Are they playing? Are they really, like, a lot of people do get sick and tired of that shit. But then a lot of us are still here for the bullshit. A lot of us are still here for the bullshit and the entertainment. But when I heard that Mia was going over the limits last night, I was even looking forward to finding out, where she been, what's going on, what's this exclusive, is it going to be some tea? But come to find out, she never came. She blocked him on IG. She blocked him on IG, told him that she wasn't coming. And so he said for her to have audio, get her to hit her link instead of his link. He was really feeling bad about that. He was like, she didn't even came on here, and she was all cute and everything, and she was looking good and everything, and she had her wine and everything, and see, with Lemon likes for all the storylines and the narratives to be over there on his platform. It wasn't good to have her going live on her own platform. But it would have probably been more acceptable to him if she would have hit his platform and discussed audio and showed all them receipts and the $14,000 in her bank account and the payments to her apartment and to her $600 car payments and all that kind of stuff. It probably would have been more beneficial to him. But the bitch got her 1K right now. She did it the right way. Not showing all them receipts and doxing yourself, but she did the right thing. She got 1K now. She wasn't really doing content before she got the 1K, but she got the 1K now. Y'all helped her get to 1K by gassing her up and lifting her up like y'all always do with people who are not from the sector. Y'all gas them up, y'all lift them up, y'all put them on pedestals, y'all have everybody subscribe to their channels and support them, unlike y'all do with people who've been around this motherfucker forever, who's still trying to get to their 1K. Y'all do that shit all the time. And then the motherfuckers, they give you their ass to kiss. It never fucking fails. It never fucking fails. But the people who've been here forever and be supporting y'all motherfuckers all the fucking time, ain't nobody over here. There's a lot of people over here who support all y'all asses, and they ain't been to 1K yet. They don't even get no clicks and views. Hell, I barely get clicks and views, and I've been here for years. But soon as y'all meet somebody, women be meeting these niggas, dudes be meeting these cute females, y'all bring them over here, and y'all lift them up, and y'all get them to 1K. The YouTube ship never lasts. It never lasts. I will never bring somebody from outside the sector and help them get to 1K like that, and they ain't got it from the mud like me. Never. I got several monetized channels and I had to get that shit from the mud. I mean, interviews, TV show reviews, trending news, beef sector commentary, my cake decorating. I mean, I do all kind of shit from the hood to the White House. It's always been my motto. I discuss and do everything over here. When you get that shit from the mud, how do you feel good about doing that shit over the people that's been here for the long run? It's crazy to me. I would never. Your ass will be scratching and surviving in my Olivia the Oracle voice to get the numbers in my pizza voice. You won't get it off my back. And that's why when motherfuckers come at me or say some shit about me, they gonna just come at me and say some shit about me. Because I do commentary. I speak about what I see and what I saw. I ain't on here to argue with no bitch or nigga. And I'm not going to be on here fighting with no bitch and no nigga. Y'all ain't never seen me fighting and arguing with no bitch or no nigga on here. Nope. I don't clout chase and I won't give nobody clout. That's just where I stand on that shit. You can't force nobody to fight and argue and act a fool. You can't force me to dox myself or anything else on here. Do your work. Do your work. That's all I got to say. But yeah, that shit was really interesting. Really interesting. The shit that I've seen in the last 24 to 48, 1 to 3 business days in my Kimmy voice. The shit is really interesting. And then Lemon's ass talking about he got court tomorrow. Now, we already know that. J Dunn been keeping us in the nook. J Dunn, thank you for keeping us, keeping us on track with the court proceedings. Lemon does have court tomorrow. I don't know why. I don't know if it's to be sentenced or if it's the beginning of a trial or I don't know what the fuck. But I do know he got court tomorrow. Lemon said he will be out there. So if somebody's paying audio to Uber his ass down there and back, I don't know. VS, did they ever make up or, get enough money up for audio? Is he still interested in going to see Lemon court date like Shakim was supposed to do? Is audio ready to do the Lord's work? Because I know VS was like, talking to audio about it. And he said, it's like $80 round trip, the same amount he paid when he went to see, Lemon, when we saw Lemon skipping down the sidewalk, looking like Tyra Banks, like Jay Dunn said. Settlement hearing. Okay, thank you, boo. Thank you. Settlement hearing before the trial is tomorrow, which Lemon says he will get community service. Oh, damn, that's all you get for hit and run? Is community? That's all you get for tearing your damn car into a liquor store? Where you done been a faithful customer? That's all you get is girl. You know what? This water is good. You can put a whole wall in a liquor storefront where you've been a faithful customer. I guess maybe that's why, because he's been a faithful customer. He's getting community service. Child, you lied to me, J Dunn. You lied to me. What kind of judges they got out there in Cali? Let me find out. You said the liquor store needs him to stay in business. Is that what you're saying, Linda? The liquor store needs Lemon to stay in business. That is too funny. We value your patronage. That is too funny. Child, Kimberly said, everyone commentary or platforms is not for everyone. It's an individual preference. That's exactly true. That's exactly true. That's why a lot of people don't fuck with me, Kimberly. I know that for a fact. Everybody's commentary is not for everybody. I don't get the numbers that a lot of people get over here. So I know that's true. I know that's true. What up, Bird? How you doing? What up, TG? How you doing? Kimberly said, I commend Mia for keeping the clicks and views on her live. Oh, yeah, she definitely kept the clicks and views on her live. Yes, she showed that to Weedy. Yes, she showed all her business. You said if you need EAP if you get deep off and yeah, you definitely need some counseling and some therapy. It does kind of seem like Lemon got used to it. He got a play ran on him for the 1K. That's what you know what? Bree, is it Bree or so? You know, ZX when he had hit VS panel, he basically said that Mia was using all their asses. ZX basically said she was using all them. He said she first got with Audio, you know, because I guess he might be a little cute, Cali nigga. You know, Audio was always flashing all the money, you know, stuff like that. They around the same age range. Then I guess she went to Lemon for, I don't know, whatever reason. I can't remember what ZX said about Lemon. Maybe it's to help get her numbers up. I don't know, grow her channel, something like that. I can't remember what ZX said about Lemon. And then he said she went to Ken for protection and stuff like that. But at the same time, ZX said, and while she's going from one to the other, she's still behind the scenes with all of them. That's what ZX said on VS panel. And it seems like he was summing it up pretty good for me. What up to Sims overdose? I think he tried to control Mia and it fired back. This sector does not like strong women. You said you seen that video where she sung Lemon. Wow, that was a G. Yeah, that was a G chin tank. She was like, I accept your apology. Now you my bitch. Goodbye. What up, Noble? How you doing? What up, Unconscious Conversations? How y'all doing? I dropped the link. I pinned the link if anybody wants to hop up here. I just wanted to give a little commentary on what I saw, what I heard today. I know Lemon is supposed to go live at 5 p.m. He said he's going to do a rush hour at 5 p.m. You said you don't trust down south people. Oh no, I got a lot of family down south. You know, that's where my family from: Mississippi, Tennessee, Arkansas. I'm trying to get down there this summer. I'm definitely trying to get down south this summer. But so I can see my relos. You know, that's what we call our family members, our relos. That's what we say in the Midwest. You said exactly. Did I read this one? She really succumbed to troll pressure. I was actually glad she was ignoring everyone, but then hearing she was behind the scenes with two of the messiest men. Larita say it's more than that. Somebody mentioned she was with Duke and with some dude, the captain. I'm like, damn. You hit the nail on the head. You came behind the scenes with every damn body. I'm like, shit. That's something I learned in high school. You can't be behind the scenes gossiping with everybody. They gonna have your ass in high school looking like a damn fool. And you're gonna be fighting and arguing with everybody. You're gonna be known as the one that people can't trust, the messy one. I learned that shit from high school as a young adult. You can't be And these are people that you meet off the internet. Not like we can't make friends on the internet, because I got friends on here from the internet. But we don't be behind the scenes doing all that messy ass shit. That's not us. Shit, we might be laughing and gagging about the fuck shit y'all do out here, but we ain't behind the scenes creating narratives and storylines and plays and trying to get people in a bag and all that kind of shit. Shit, we just having conversations. Shout out to Dana Smith. Thank you, love, for the $9.99 super chat. And again, thank you, love, Mel, for the $20 super chat. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you for donating to the commentary and to the platform. Thank you so much. Hey, why, Tanya? Did I speak to you already? You said drove for breakfast. Yeah, drove for breakfast. Taylor Port for breakfast. Taylor Ports and eggs with a side of hash browns. And biscuits. And I'm not saying that Mia's not a strong woman. I'm not saying that at all. Now that's your opinion that he tried to control her. I don't know if that was the case that he tried to control her. But regardless if you're a strong woman or not, don't have nobody break your ass into doxing yourself and stuff like that on here and giving these people all that shit. Because what's gonna happen is they gonna use all that shit in the future. And we got some true doxers in this motherfucker. You don't put your shit out there like that. If somebody's gonna dox you, let them do their homework. Let them search and find out that information on you. And if they want to dox, we can't prevent people from doing shit like that, but we definitely ain't gotta help them. We definitely gotta, shit. And then, the most thing I worry about, or I shouldn't even say worry about, but I say worry about because when I think about doxing and all that kind of shit, the main thing I will worry about is a motherfucker coming to my door. And it's really not me worried about myself because I already know, what I'm working with over here. Somebody come to my door, but I'm basically saying all that other shit don't bother me. It don't bother a lot of motherfuckers because we're human. We're all human. We're all human. Everybody that had a rough year, a rough month, a rough decade. Everybody. Ain't nobody rich and famous in this sector. Well, there has been people who stepped into this sector who may be a lot richer than us. You know what I mean? Like the T.S. Madisons. She's famous. Y'all know what I mean, though. Just normal, everyday life people. Ain't none of us over here better than anybody. None of us better than anybody. Most people know my history. I grew up poor. Dirt ass poor. So if you went back in my files and was like, oh yeah, they was broke as the fuck. They live here. Man, we had everything the government could give you that was free. Let me be talking about the free 99. I grew up on everything that was free. Butter, cheese, milk, eggs. Commodities. Not too many people know what commodities is. That's all the free shit. Thrift stores. Most people in the hood where I live, we grew up that type of way. So for people to come out here and dox you on some bullshit, most people didn't even have shit growing up. Most people. Then they get out here and get a little bit of money and they think they can make somebody else look bad because they might have struggled. A lot of people have struggled. A lot of people lost homes during the Rona. A lot of people had to file bankruptcy during the Rona. A lot of people got fired and a lot of people died and a lot of other shit. This is life. Life be life, and don't let nobody get you out here showing all your information and your bank accounts and all that bullshit because we don't know what the fuck they really dealing with. People ain't gonna really tell you what the fuck they dealing with at home and in their own backyard. Really? You let a nigga that stay home with his mama make you show your bank account? That just doesn't make sense. It don't make sense. It don't make sense. Nobody is exempt from life. Any one of us can get sick today and die next week. So people be really thinking they can scare you on here by going behind the scenes and it's like what it is. I don't give a fuck. It's what it is. Nobody is exempt from bad credit. Nobody is exempt from losing a job. Nobody is exempt from anything can happen to any fucking body at any fucking time. That's exactly why I don't be on here beefing and dragging people like that because karma is a bitch. Karma is a bitch. I don't want bad karma. I have enough to deal with in my life for me to be on here doing dirty, grimy shit to people for it to come back to me. Just like they say, God can bless you sevenfold. God can curse you sevenfold as well. Y'all didn't know that? It's been people on here that done some grimy, shady shit to people, and where they at right now? They somewhere in an urn or a casket. I ain't trying to preach to y'all or nothing, but I'm just saying, don't let these motherfuckers put you in no trick. I don't give a fuck who they are. I don't care who they are. Shit, let them do the devil's work or let them do God's work, whichever one they want to call it. But keep your personal information to yourself. If he found out you got eviction, and what? Maybe I did have an eviction. And what? Maybe I was sleeping in a box. And what? Maybe I was at a shelter. And what? Maybe I was at my mama house like you at your mama house. Don't let motherfuckers just And I ain't trying to tell nobody what to do. I'm just saying. You in the B sector now. I don't give a damn if you say you want to be here, if you don't want to do B sector commentary, if you don't want to you here now. And until you leave this shit alone, stop following people, stop liking and sharing and supporting and dropping down in chats, you're gonna continue to be in this B sector algorithm. So if you really don't want to do B sector content and don't want to be involved with the B sector, you got to definitely do what it takes to get you out of that algorithm. Or create you a totally different channel with a different email and all that. That's your other option if you really don't want nothing to do with the B sector. Because I heard her say several times, this is the last one. This is the last video. I ain't saying nothing else about this shit. And if that's how you feel, that's how you feel. But if you want to still stay in this sector, I mean, you done already got a little piece of it. You done got a little taste. You know how they rock. You know how they get down. You know what happens when you behind the scenes with a whole bunch of motherfuckers. So if you stayed here, would nobody be mad? As I'll say it and I say it again, ain't nothing wrong with having more people doing commentary over here. Because we do like to have different avenues, different blocks, different hoods. We got the rig over there in the chat right now. What up, hun? We got rigs on the block. We got so many different people over here doing so many different type of commentary. It's okay to watch other shit besides B sector, and it's okay to even be over here and supporting the B sector, but then doing a totally different type of commentary. It's okay. It's okay. It's kind of like a little melting pot in here, kind of way, in a sort of, because we got so many different personalities, so many different type of content creators, so many other sectors that emerge with us. So it's kind of like a little melting pot, you know, in here a little bit. But you said I told you other YouTubers since back in 2019 the same thing, but they still want to bring up all sort of personal business to the YouTube Net application. Child. You said facts, but now we know her in the B sector definitely not letting this go for at least the next. Yeah, they not gonna let it go. People gonna do commentary on this shit for the, you know, for a minute. Hey Patricia, how you doing? And what up, Austin? How you doing? Kimberly Black, I think I spoke to Kimberly Black. Sassy Francis, Character, how y'all doing? Jill's Comfort Zone, what up, boo? Make sure you guys like and share the video on your way in if you already didn't do it already. I think I spoke to everybody. I'm just going back up. L Blue, VS. I know I talked to my VS. I think I got everybody. I just want to make sure I got everybody. Now, I don't know who's going live next. I'm sure a lot of people will be going live, you know, doing commentary off of the last 24 to 48 hours worth of commentary. I know Lemon is going to be going live. Jay Dunn, I think Jay Dunn went live this morning because, matter of fact, I was watching Jay Dunn's last live when I saw VS was going live. So I do got to go back and I do got to watch Jay Dunn's live as well to see what she was talking about. Matter of fact, what was Jay Dunn's? Her show was, the title was what caught me. 2 Men and a Mia. That's it. 2 Men and a Mia. That's the title of Jay Dunn's live. She did 6 hours ago. So yeah, I was in the middle. Well, at the beginning, I ain't gonna lie, I wasn't in the middle. I was at the beginning about to watch Jay, and then VS went live. I said, "Oh no, I knew she put Audio wanted to talk to her, so I was definitely looking forward to Audio coming over there and talking to her." But especially what's Audio been in a lot of shit lately. I mean, Kenola had his mama on the phone, had his daddy on the panel over there at Lemons. And then, you know, I heard that behind the scenes, Lemon said that Mia had wanted Ken to wanted who is it? Lemon to apologize for Ken because they felt he was set up. Now, Lemon claims that he didn't know that Audio's dad was Audio's dad when he hit his link. He said, matter of fact, he was going to drop the nigga. No disrespect to Audio, but he was going to drop the nigga because he didn't know who he was. And so he let him hit the panel, and then he ended up, on the panel, and I guess arguing with them. And then later, audio went live, and he had his dad on his panel. But yeah, it's been a lot of shit going on with audio. So I definitely was, going to tune into VS Live, because y'all know VS in a heartbeat, she'll private that shit, put it on membership. And if you missed it, you missed it. Now you could always go to other people, who saw it and, piggyback off of their commentary. But yeah, if you miss VS, sometimes that shit is gone. Unless you got a membership. Sometimes she have it on membership. Sometimes she do make it private. But that's how I saw the live that she did the other day, because it was on membership and I got a membership. But people was like, man, I missed the live. Man, you gotta be there. You gotta be there. Hey, Lori, what up, Lolo? Shout out to the love bugs. Shout out to the love bugs. Ken sent us boo with a Ken sent you over here for a redirect. Shout out to Ken Nola. Shout out to Ken Nola. I always say I like me some Ken. I might not be down with everything he do, but I like me some Ken. And there goes the motorcycle. Oh my God. Is Mel in the chat? Mel. Every day. Every day. Like clockwork. It don't matter what time I go live. These motherfuckers around here on these goddamn motorcycles. Child. Every day I go live, they on the mopeds or the motorcycles interrupting my damn live. But Jay Dunn said my live was about the love triangle. It got really interesting when Ken clicked my link and we got to have an in-depth discussion about him limit. I gotta go over there. I'm gonna watch yours after my show. Because I was just about to watch it and then VS went live. But yep, Mel, there's my Mel. She knows every time I go live, them motherfucking teenagers out there on them damn mopeds and mini bikes, whatever you call them, loud ass things. But yeah, so I guess one of the scenarios was they was in the three-way behind the scenes because allegedly Mia wanted Lemon to apologize, and they said Mia was really cussing Lemon out on IG on the three-way call. But Lemon claims he didn't know that was his dad, and so he wasn't trying to set Ken up. He didn't know that was Audio's dad, so he wasn't like, it wasn't like planned that way. You know what I'm saying? To set Ken up that way, to get jumped per se by Audio and his dad. But you know how Ken is. Ken ain't backing down for nobody. So Ken, did whatever he did. They argued. They went back and forth or whatnot. But I really don't think that Lemon probably knew that Audio's dad was going to hit his link. I mean, I could be wrong. But they're not even that cool. So I don't know if Audio would give, it don't sound right for Audio to give Lemon the heads up that my dad is about to hit your panel. Because his dad hit the panel and he was like, I want to speak to that Louisiana nigga. So I don't know. I think Lemon might be telling the truth about that. We know Lemon lies a lot in real plays and storylines, but I don't think he really set Ken up for that. But then again, who knows? Then again, who the fuck knows? What up, sweet 11280? How you doing? Did anybody else come in here that I missed? I don't want to miss nobody. But yes, make sure you guys please like and share the video, please, and thank you very much. I try to give y'all at least an hour every day, so I'm trying to give y'all my hour, but the link is pinned if anybody wants to hit the link. But who else? What else did I want to talk about? I can't remember. Damn. What else was I going to talk about? I think I hit on everything. Mia doxing herself. Lemon. Oh, this is another thing. I found this very funny. Now, Ken said this morning that VS is very intelligent, and yes, she is. When Lemon hit the panel, I was surprised. This is the thing that a lot of people, you'd be gagged about. We talk about this all the time. When you get into it with somebody and somebody does something to you, regardless of who it is, and you be on their panels and in their circle and in their space and all this kind of shit, I was kind of gagged when Lemon hit the panel. I was like, damn. Okay, y'all done went back and forth. She done sun you. She done bitched you. She done... VS and called everybody from the motherfucking animal control to CPS to the apartment building management to the courthouse to the prosecutors to who else did VS call? I can't remember. But and then he hit the link to talk to her, and then he got the nerve to say, "You ain't got to keep your banner up because I don't P-bomb people. I don't do stuff like that." Child, if you think VS was gonna drop her banner, even if she know you not to pour, she would. See, and I'm not saying that she even thought he was gonna P-bomb, but you might have the balls to keep hitting her panel. But she ain't sleeping on shit. She ain't gonna sleep on shit. I was like, damn. See, that's one thing I could never do. I could never get into it with somebody that bad and then grace their platform. This shit happens a lot in this sector. It happens a whole lot. Now I can see if y'all just beefing back and forth, but when it comes to some really heavy shit, it's to the dirt. It's to the dirt. And VS even said on my panel the other day, I know the hood table like me. I like her too, but the hood table don't agree with everything I do. And I don't. But I don't agree with everything Kenola do. I don't agree with a lot of shit that some of y'all do. But that don't mean I don't still like y'all. You know what I'm saying? Because I said this before. If that was the case, we wouldn't like nobody in the sector. People would have no support in the sector if we did that. If somebody did something low and, grimy, and then we just, oh, fuck it, I'm out of here. Like, it's too many people in the sector that done some really shady, low down shit. Now, even if it's because they're being combative, because somebody had did something to them, somebody threw a rock, they pulled out a 9. Even if it's a situation like that, still so much stuff has went down in this sector. You just can't pick and choose. Like, some people will put certain people on a pedestal who have done some of the grimiest shit, but then let somebody else do it. Oh, that's despicable. They don't need to be on here. Somebody need to do this. But y'all let somebody else do the same type of shit. That's why I say, a lot of people have done so much shit around here. It's kind of hard to nitpick. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's true, Sincere. That's true, too. You can disagree about individual actions, but there still is a person in general. But still like a person. Thank you, Sincere. That's exactly what... Thank you, Lolo. Selective outrage. I don't get selective outrage. If y'all been following me long enough, if y'all really know the hood table like y'all know the hood table, I don't be on here taking sides. I'm cool with people who don't like each other. I'm cool with people who done dragged each other by their toenails. And I like both of them. I don't take sides. I don't take up for nobody. I just come out here and do my commentary on what I see and what I heard. And that's it. And I leave it all on the floor. And that's it. I don't get too I don't try to digest too much or get too involved. I don't do that. I don't let this shit take over my life. I don't get too invested. This shit on here is purely fucking entertainment. I can watch this shit and sleep good at night. Like, nothing y'all can do on here pretty much can make me think any type of way. I done seen everything and heard everything. And I might be gagged and be like, damn, that's fucked up. Oh my God, how could they do something like that? But then it's like, shit, that ain't my business. I'm just on here to do commentary about it. Go on and do y'all fuck shit. Go on and keep acting like donkeys and whatever else on here. Keep it up. Keep it up. But just don't get upset when people is doing commentary on you and giving their opinions. People gon' do their commentary on you and they are going to give their opinions because you're the entertainment. You're the entertainment. So that's what we do. That's what we do. So I'm on my 55 minutes. I got 5 more minutes for my hour goal that I try to do, daily or as much as possible as I can. The days I do go live, I try to do an hour. But yeah, so I'm gonna give y'all a few minutes. If anybody wants to hit the link, here's your chance. Anybody who got a channel, content creators, if you're going live, let me know. Of course, my moderators, they know they can drop their channel links whenever you want. You can always drop your channel links if you're a moderator with a channel. Any of the CCs, if you happen to be going live, if you got a channel, let people know in the chat. Here's your chance to do that. Are you going live later, Lolo? Yeah, Lolo got to get ready for work. Have a good day at work. Don't work too hard, honey. Have a blessed day to you too, Jills. Thank you so much for always supporting. Love you, boo. Reactions and recaps. If they make fools out of themselves, what? Man, Austin. Reactions and recaps. If they make fools out of themselves, can't get mad when they're getting recapped and reacted on. Absolutely. Sure, people can do recaps on me too and reactions. That's the sector. I can't get mad if people do a recap or a reaction on me, or if somebody don't like what I done said. It's happened before. Oh well. I'm gonna still live to see another day to come back on here and do more recaps and more reactions that you might not agree with or agree with. I've never been the one on here to try to make people be my friends or try to make people like me or anything like that. Never. I've never been in no cliques. I never been nothing like that. Nothing like that. I got people on here that I might support more than others, but I ain't never been in no shit like that. Behind the scenes with everybody and their mama and them doing all kind of fuck shit. Nope. I don't need all that. Y'all can have that. Y'all can have that. I got my certain few that I fuck with behind the scenes, and I'm good on that. I'm good on that. But yep. Have a good day at work, Lolo. I guess nobody is going live because I was going to do a redirect if somebody was going live after me. Is anybody live right now? If y'all tell me who's live right now, I can redirect to them if they got it set up for a redirect. Okay, Bree is live. Brianna is live. Yep, let me go ahead and redirect to Brianna because I don't think nobody's going to pull up on the link. Let's see here. Okay, I think I remember how to do it. Redirect. All right, you guys. So before I redirect to Bree, as I always say, if y'all don't want to be redirected to where we redirecting you to, this is your time to bounce up out of the chat so that you won't be automatically redirected. Hit that button. You said hit that button later. Sincere. Riggs is telling you to go live later. Sincere usually go live every night. I think Sincere was live last night. Yeah, Sincere is pretty good for staying. One thing I say about Sincere, she's pretty consistent. I love consistent CCs. I mean, I know we all got to take breaks and life be lifing, but it is nice to have a consistent CC that you really like. Yeah. Yeah, you can come up for a second, TC. Go ahead. Come on, child. Come on. Yes, Big Red said, y'all have a great day. Oh, y'all barbecuing over there? Man, you so lucky. I'm jealous, Riggs. Y'all got beautiful weather out there, and it's snowing today, and it's going to be a blizzard before the day is over. They talking about 50 to 60 mile hour winds and snow. So, of course, blizzard-like conditions. It should be pinned, TC. So come on up, boo, before I bounce up out of here. Salute, Mr. Boston. Later, L Blue. See you later. I'm waiting on TC to see if she gonna hit the link before I get up out of here. Now, Riggs, I did tell you to send some warm weather up here. I'm still waiting, Nika. I'm still waiting. Oh my God, it's so cold outside, and that wind is whipping. Okay, I'm just watching the snow. I got all my windows open, watching the snow. All right, I think this is my boo TC. Now you know I gotta put up a selfie. I mean, not a selfie, but a overlay. TC,
What up?
What up, though?
What up?
Hey, girl. Hey.
Hey. What's up?
How you doing?
I'm doing it well, doing it well, because I was made in Brooklyn.
Hey, doing it well. Ow.
Yeah.
That used to be my shit.
You remember back in the day, y'all know what I mean?
Yes, you know I'm all about that old school R&B hip hop.
What they say? Yes. Represent Queens. She was made in Brooklyn.
Brooklyn.
Now listen, I know we were supposed to probably try to get together because of the little movie type thing. I have to
you gotta
I can't make it
on me. That's okay.
Yeah. Y'all mean something came up. Oh man.
So that's okay, because I was supposed to go live with Riggs today, and he postponed to tomorrow because something came up, family stuff, which I'm all cool with. Then you were supposed to come live with me today, and now you got stuff to do. So that means tonight I'm just gonna be chilling.
Yeah,
unless something pulls me out, unless I see some commentary and it pulls me out.
I can't renege. Oh, you know what I'm saying?
It's okay, boo. It's okay. I understand. It's okay. I did watch the movie, though.
Oh, you did?
Yes, I did watch the movie. So I did.
It's amazing. It's amazing.
We can do it.
Okay.
Just let me know when, because tomorrow night I'm gonna be with Riggs over here. Tomorrow night we're gonna be discussing.
Well, we can do it. It's all good.
Yeah. So we got the rest of the week.
Yeah, because I gotta go handle businesses and things.
What kind of businesses and things? Is it personal? Is it personal?
What's that song? Hurt so good. Come on, baby, make it hurt so good.
I'm real jealous now. I need to find me a boo.
Woo!
Find me a boo.
Baby.
I told you, this is gonna be my year of relations.
No doubt. No doubt. You know what I mean?
I'm about to try to get out there and
it's
the weather gets warm.
It's a little spontaneity in all this. I'm going to a basketball game, box seats, 76ers. And the person that invited me, she's we've been crossing each other's paths and and when you don't give y'all attention, that's when you get and so
we love attention, honey. I ain't even gonna hold you. I love attention.
But see, I don't give. See, I'm a Capricorn. I'm very calculating, so I don't give
And you
attention.
know I'm a Capricorn too, but we can be two type of caps, you know.
No, that's on right. But see, this is different. You know what I'm saying? So we dealing with a Cancer, so you know how that is.
That's what I'm saying. That I'm 29th. I'm the 29th. So so me, I'm a person who loves to love. I love to be in relationships. I love that energy, but I also love that attention, that special man giving
I
me that
know. I
special
get it.
attention. Nigga.
And I get it, but I noticed that I'm the kind that I'm gonna check. Anyway, now it's the ball's in her court. Even though we're going to a basketball game, you know what I'm saying?
The
So
balls in her court. That's a good
and so it is what it is. But I just wanted to let you know that because you said you value CCs who are consistent. I'm not a content creator like that. But I will say that we did, we had set some dates, so I just want to let you know that. But I do
Oh,
have
that
something
don't
real
have nothing to
serious.
do with that, though. I was just saying, there's a lot of CCs who might pop up every 30 to 90 days. And, some of us are so fond of each other, we like to see them often. That's all I was saying. I got some favorite
Exactly.
CCs, and I love to see them pop out and do their commentary. I'm here for it.
See, now I did want to say this. It was a more serious note to it. Note to me coming up. There's this scholarship, and it's called the Congressional Black Caucus Spouses Education Scholarship. Okay, those that are going to school, college, grad school, med school, law, all the schools, certification, whatever. It's called the Congressional Black Caucus Spouses Scholarship Education, March the 27th. Okay. I really try to do some of this after the March 15, because I'm so, I really understand what this March of I stands for. We talked about it last week. As you can tell, a lot of things have happened, right? The hood table. Okay. I really try to get out of this transition, but I want to mention it to let people know to look into it, because I know people's going to school. People have children going to school. People themselves are trying to go to school. So, and this is just not for college, for masters, et cetera, et cetera. Congressional Black Caucus Spouses Scholarship. If your congressperson is of color, I'll just put it that way, of color. If your congressperson, and everyone should know who their congressman or congresswoman is, you can apply for this scholarship and go to any school. Doesn't matter. Okay. Mm-hmm. Now, if where you're going, wherever you're going, the school that you're going to or wherever has a congressperson of color, you can also apply for this scholarship. So it's really very open. It's really very interesting. It's not a whole lot of hard work. It's because they have Congressional Black Caucus Spouses Visual Arts Scholarship, Education Scholarship. Education Scholarship is more general. They have the Fine Arts Scholarship, et cetera, et cetera. But if you go on their website, CBC Spouses as in SPOUSES, Spouses, CBC Spouses. And again, hood table, I emailed it to you, so you can always put it on your wall if you like, without my information.
Okay, but I wouldn't put your info. Yeah, I wouldn't dox.
Right. Yeah, the link to it, et cetera, et cetera. This is a dynamic scholarship, because when I received my master's, let me tell you, it was debt free. Okay. And these people, half the time, they have a phone number, CBC scholarship, and also there's you can email them. And then of course, 202-263-2800. That's their phone number. Congressional Black Caucus. So it's nothing big. It is what it is. It's out there. And a lot of people who I help and things of that nature, I always tell them, make sure you apply to this scholarship, please. And it's ongoing. It's every year. It is every year. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Masters, EDD, DD, I was gonna say DDD, JD, MD, all the D's, ABC, and 1, 2, 3. Okay. And it's also even for those people who are going to get certifications, certification, in carpentry, something of, that will be able to help, the world that we live in today. Yeah, all of that stuff. Culinary arts, hair, all that good stuff. All right. That's just one of a billion that I have in my repertoire. Everything may not be for everyone. However, if you can pass it on, and of course, I can always hood table. I can always get the young lady in DC to come and talk. She is. I've asked her to come on various shows. She's come on various people's, content creators that I've known in the past. She would come up and she would at least talk and, tell people about the scholarship. It doesn't take long, maybe about 15, 20 minutes at the most. If you want somebody, from Washington, DC, the DMV area, all that kind of good stuff. Mm-hmm.
Well, thank you for that information. TC always got the deets and the good information, the tea on the scholarships and things like that, the funding. So I definitely will post that for you, and I'll make sure I just post a link without posting all your information on there.
Right. Yeah. Just that link. And then, because it's these deadlines are coming up as I was looking at them. One of them is the Zell Community Development and Entrepreneurial Zell. I know what that's from, but that was March the 13th. But then the other ones that I'm talking about, the general ones, March 27, March 15, some of them, which is today. So take a look, go to the website, take a look. I was at an HBCU college fair yesterday and some other stuff. And I had 3 young people apply and just yesterday. And the one good thing about these things now, Hood Table, is that, if you apply to one, they will put you're put in this pool. And if you are qualified for others, they will also, put you in that pool as well.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
So you don't necessarily apply for one. You might be eligible for other ones as well.
Absolutely.
That's
right. Then why not? Parents, don't be spending all your money. Especially if you have smart children and they're 3.0 and above, they should be writing their own ticket at this particular point. And it's okay. Let them apply to 50 million scholarships. If you can apply to 50 scholarships and get $1,000 each, that's $50,000.
Mm-hmm. And especially if you're a student who plans on being more focused on your education instead of working, because a lot of times kids, they still have to work on the side to help with school and board and all that kind of stuff. So if you can get it covered the entire way and then still have money, to shop with, to eat with, even if you got a little ride, keep gas in your car. So yeah, those scholarships can be really beneficial. I know my sons had them. So my son had a scholarship. My youngest son had I don't know if you ever heard of the Susan Buffett.
Yes.
That's one of the biggest scholarships you could ever get in the Midwest. Because Warren Buffett is from here. And he,
yes, of course.
He ain't born here, but he came up here. So Susan is his sister, and she has a big foundation for scholarships. Okay. And you could go to a 2-year or a 4-year. It don't matter. You can still qualify. And my youngest son got the 4-year from them. So
okay, that's what's up.
Yep, he still lived at home. He had the opportunity to stay, in the dorms, but he was like, "Nah, I want to stay in the dorms. Shit, I want to come home every day." Like, so he chose to stay home. The oldest one, he was, a couple of hours away in school. He wanted the dorm life and all that, but my youngest one was like, "Nah, I'm good. I'll just drive to school every day, come home."
Gotcha. So you see what I'm saying?
Yep.
But it like you said, with different children, with different situations, it can be different, and it's okay.
Yep, I didn't mind it. Shoot, the oldest one wanted to leave. As soon as he turned 18, he's like, "Mom, I'm ready to go to college." Da 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 da. I was like, all right. And the youngest one, when he got his scholarship, he was like, "Nope, I don't need no dorm." Shit, he was at home every night, still kicking it here around his friends, going to school every day. As long as they was going to school, I didn't care if they was on a dorm or at home. Shit.
And you know what else? What's very interesting, hood table, because you have boys, and I think it's very interesting that we also try to help our students, our children, to be able to, if you want to get into college, a lot of times it's okay to be undecided. Don't pick a track, because those tracks can be very competitive. What I would do is, in some instances, I would be undecided and then go in a general track, and be accepted in, as opposed to identifying what I would really like to major in, and get there and see if that's what you want to stick with. See if that's really what you want to do. And that's the beauty of more liberal schools. I know a lot of people say they want science, and then listen, there's some people that are dead set on it, and I say go for it, and I say I'm with you 1,000,000%. But if you're not really sure, undecided is also okay. All right, it is really all right. And there are a lot of general scholarships, wanting to go get an education. You could talk about your strengths and stuff that you're interested in. But you want to, get to college so that you can see if that's what you want to do. It's better that way than to get into a field and you say to mom and dad 2 years down the line, I want to major in art and design, but I'm in this neural gamma science field. You know what I'm saying? It's like, what? And now all of those classes, some of those classes might not necessarily carry on or carry even as electives. They may not carry, but it is what it is. Sometimes it's good to just kind of like feel your way through. Undecided is okay.
Yep, I was undecided when I was in college. I just wanted to be not really in. I took up business management, but I didn't really want to manage a damn thing. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted to have a lot of knowledge of that type of environment, like the office type of environment management. I took accounting for 3 years, aced it every time. I took law classes. I took a lot of different things that were requirements for business management. But then I ended up in real estate.
Okay.
I did real estate for years and years. And then when the housing market got slammed, that's when I was going from one job to the next job to the next job, because all the real estate companies were shutting down, laying off. It was a very bad time for me, as well as with the rest of the United States. So that's why when I talk about how people be trying to expose people and all this kind of shit for people when they might have a downfall or something go bad in their life, a lot of us have been through some traumatic experiences, losing jobs, losing homes, losing cars, losing family members. I mean, what I was telling that girl Mia, if somebody's gonna dox you and put your information out, evictions and all that, let them do that shit. Don't help them by showing all that shit that you were showing last night. Your bank account information, your bank account number and shit that was on the screen, and your bank name and your apartment. I mean, just let them do what the motherfuckers gonna do. Fuck them. Just fuck them. Shit. Can't nobody shame me for losing a job or getting laid off or losing anything I've ever had in my life, because I've gained more than I lost.
Mm-hmm.
And I could lose something next week.
Right.
Shit, we could, man.
Well,
I ain't even gonna get back all into that. But people be acting like they can't be touched, and when I say can't be touched, I mean by life, not by me or someone coming to your house. I mean
mhm,
can't be touched by life.
mhm.
Life can touch anybody at any given moment. You could be up here making 100K a year and then get fired or laid off next week and then lose your home and your car and your anything like that. Life can happen to anybody. But Austin said
Right.
after high school graduation, 2000, I ain't choose to go to college at first and sure ain't joining the armed forces. All I want to do was stay in the hood and work good jobs. That sounds like me. A lot of people have asked me over the years, why you still live in the hood? Like, I like my hood life. I like living in the hood. I like being around what I'm familiar with. I like being around my family and friends. I could have moved out of the hood many times. Shit, but I mean, some people they do. They grow up in the hood and they be like, fuck this shit, I gotta go. I'm either going to the burbs or I'm going to another state or I'm going, whatever. I'm a hood chick. I'm a hood chick.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Way less hood than I used to
Well,
be.
you know
Because
what? I will
grew up.
say this about that type of thought pattern. Interestingly enough, all of our hoods are gonna turn into something different.
Yep.
I.e., in you being in the industry that you're in, you understand redlining, gentrification, and how they do it. So eventually, somebody's gonna be the hood, and then somebody's not gonna be the hood, or whatever you want to call it. And what I've noticed is that the people, the places that please, where now where home could be like $10,000, $20,000. Now it's 1 million, $2 million.
Oh, that's how
Okay,
it is in the hood. Like for
right. I.e.,
instance,
brownstones in New York, like
they're now
you.
millions and millions of dollars, and they used to be back in the day. You could buy it for what, like 150, something like that, way back in the
Yeah,
day.
well, yeah, like when my mother and father were younger, like when they were younger than my age, younger. I mean, stuff depending on how you did it. Yeah, you could get it for $10,000, $20,000 at that time,
Right.
and that
And of
was
course, the
hood.
price kind of
That was
goes.
hood. But
Right.
now,
All the hood
um,
houses is being restored.
shoot,
Like that even happens to us in our city, but for the most part, all the hoods still remain. They tore down a lot of the projects and put up like businesses and stuff. Like we have projects from north all the way to west, east. We like a lot of communities and a lot of cities, you have projects here, projects there. They do spread out, across the community. But for the most part, they tore down all the projects over the years. But the only part of the hoods that's really been unhooded per se is like the areas closer to the downtown areas, the midtown areas. They like turned a lot of those houses, either tore them down, a lot of old houses in the hood, the really bad off houses. They either destroyed
mhm,
them and put down new property or new homes, new apartments, or they just took a house that was worth maybe 5,000 and they put a whole bunch of money in it, and now they're selling it for 250,000. And when we
yeah,
was about to start that conversation, my cousin hit me up last night and she said, T, guess what? Somebody done bought Auntie's old house. And I was like, really? Somebody else bought it? Because it had been through many hands over the years, but not a lot has really changed with it. And that house is old as the fuck. I'm talking like 120, 30 years old. That's how old that house is. She said, girl, just look it up. Look it up. Look at all the pictures. So I looked it up last night and I was just going through all the pictures. I said, oh my God. I would see, being that I'm from the real estate background, I love those
mhm,
shows. I watch those shows to this day of them flipping homes and
okay,
maybe buying the worst home on the block and making it just just beautified and glorified. And so I was looking at my auntie's old house last night on the internet in every room, and I was like, oh my God. Man, we was like, remember when this was there? Remember when that was there? Remember when that was there? Look what they did to that. She said, Auntie house got a dishwasher, girl. We ain't never had a dish. I said, yep, a lot of houses back in the day didn't have dishwashers. And we was just amazed at the work. She said, I wish
Listen,
I could buy that house.
in New York, the brownstones, and thank you, Jill's comfort zone. Thank you, sis. I will say this, that we didn't have elevators. We had them big old steps. I mean, I don't know if y'all watched some of the shows from back in the day, but those brownstones in New York and like Harlem and in Brooklyn.
See, that's the only reason I would never buy a brownstone. They too big. They got like 4 or 5
But
floors.
hold up. But listen, I'm trying to tell you, we got an elevator and we got an elevator in
now, but I'm saying back in the day, I don't want.
Well, that's different. Back in the day, we used to hop up them steps. Boom, 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 boom.
I don't like houses with a whole bunch of
girl.
Never did, because that's just
but
more
now,
too much house to clean. That's too much house to maintain. That's just too much. I need 2 levels.
It was different when we were younger. We could do it, but now we look at them steps. If you don't have an elevator in one of them brownstones entering, no ma'am, no sir, not.
My mom,
but
every house
they have elevators now in the brownstones, and in some of these other houses too. Like these, yeah, I've seen them. Very interesting elevators in the house.
I would definitely have to have an elevator. When I was growing up, every house
I know that's right.
The hood was like 3 levels. It was the basement, then the main floor, and then the second floor. So 3 levels, and that's about as big as I can go. Because I don't like a lot of house to maintain and clean. That's my thing. I like room and space, but I don't need too much space, because I need something that I can clean the whole bitch in one day and still feel like going out or doing something later on in the day. I ain't trying to spend a whole weekend cleaning no house and shit like that. But those brownstones are beautiful. The first time I fell in love with one was basically on Bill Cosby show.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know what no brownstone was. Being here in the hood in the Midwest, I didn't know what a brownstone was. So when I saw Bill Cosby show, I still at that point didn't even know what they lived in was a brownstone. I didn't realize those were brownstones till like well after graduation and stuff. But yeah, I always liked the home that they were in, but to actually live in one myself, no, that's just too much. And they got all those floors, and sometimes I watch YouTube house videos too, and they be showing the places in New York and be asking, would you pay this for this or pay this for that? And them little video hole in the wall apartments that really, really nice and fancy, they want like $5,000-$6,000 a month for like 800 square feet.
Yes.
Apartment.
Yes.
I'm like, it's crazy. Ain't no way. I'll be living in the projects if I had to move to either New York or Cali. I ain't lived in the projects in a long time, but if I was to move to New York or Cali on my income, I'll be living in the projects.
Listen, that's where they trying to listen. That's why we fighting so very hard, because that's what the system would like that to be, for real. Put your houses in trust. Put your houses in trust, y'all. Put your house in trust, in a real estate trust. Put it in a real estate trust.
I got a sister. I got a sister who moved from here to run a business out in New York, upstate, and she makes really good money, so she can afford to move and live there. She still has a house here that the mortgage is like $1,700 that she has been paying every month for 2 years, while she's been living out in New York and paying for housing out there. So she makes some really good money running that business out there. So she can live in New York and still maintain a house out here she ain't even lived in 2 years and still paying a mortgage for it. And she comes home every holiday or whatever and go to her house and be there for a couple of days and head back to New York. But I ain't got that type of money. Shoot, I'll be slumming it if I was where all the rats at, TC?
We're on the what?
The rat said in New York.
I don't.
That's where I'll be.
You ain't gonna be where no damn rats are. We're not. No.
I'll be like, no,
Negative.
show me to the girl. It's too expensive to live there. I can. It's too expensive. Every fucking housing video or apartment video I see in New York on YouTube, I'll be like, that you get 1 bedroom and a bathroom and that's it.
And that whole. Well, we'll talk about that later. But yeah. So anyway, that was the thing. That was about it. The Congressional Black Caucus, and that was it. All of that.
I was just playing Austin. I was just playing. If I see a rat, I'm running. If I see a rat, I am running. And see, that's the thing I think about New York. My sis always be like, come to visit me. No, because y'all got rats. She be like, I ain't seen no rat yet. I'm like, nope.
Well, I mean, that's true, though. You know, I mean,
y'all got rats. I be watching on videos on New York. They got people with dog teams that go around in the middle of the night, and they got dogs chasing rats in the middle of the night in New York. Like,
yeah, probably.
That's the first thing I think of when I think about New York. I ain't even gonna hold you. It's all the rats. That's the first thing I think of with New York. I'm scared. I might jump off the plane. They be running up on the damn plane.
See, they're not gonna do that.
Nope.
They're not gonna do that.
Snuck in my damn suitcase and found their way back here to the Midwest with me. Not like we don't have rats. Everywhere is rats. You know, rats, roaches. Everybody got all that shit in their cities. But them motherfuckers be big as motherfucking possums and shit.
Yeah. But anyway,
New York house is all right. I guess,
I'm gonna let you go, and I'm gonna finish getting ready.
All right, get ready for your date.
Yeah, girl. Mm-hmm.
Now, what you should do, TC, is after the game is over, when you're leaving, you should say, "Now the ball is in your court."
No doubt.
Mm-hmm. Good luck. Oh, you know I love. I know. Yes. So I hope everything works out. I hope y'all have a lot of fun. Okay.
Yeah. We're gonna have fun.
All right, hon.
All right. Talk to you later.
All right. I'll holla.
All right, chat. Peace.
Okay, so Austin said Cali and New York houses are all right, I guess, but I like homes with land as in a big front yard and backyard. Yeah, that's what I'm used to too, Austin. I'm used to big backyards, big front yards. You know, when I used to go to Chicago, because my son's dad got family out there in Chicago. So when we were dating back in the day, we always went to Chicago. I mean, we was always in Chicago. I love Chicago. But the thing I didn't like the most about Chicago is how the streets were really, really narrow. So narrow where they was like one-way streets. You go up, you got to turn around to go down. Then you got to go back another block to go back up. Then you got to it was a lot of one-way streets, and the houses were so close together. It was damn near like you could touch. If you spread your arms out, you could like touch one house and touch the other house. I didn't like that because everywhere we went to his family members and houses, I mean, you can literally hear everything from the other person's house. Like you can hear through the walls, you can hear people arguing. It was so close, and their yards were not that big. The houses were so close to each other. I'm not used to that. I'm used to having a lot of land, a lot of front yard, the side, the back, the front, you know, all that. And another thing in Chicago, a lot of the houses didn't have garages. I was like, why a lot of houses don't have garages? It was, I don't know. It was weird, but I do like Chicago. There's a lot of things there in Chicago that I really enjoyed. I really enjoyed Lake Michigan, a lot of the restaurants. It's a lot of things to do there. Sightseeing. We went to a Chicago Bulls game years ago when I was traveling to Chicago, but I love that city. It's always a lot of things to do there. And then his family is deep in Chicago, so they always was great host and accommodating when we went there, and it was cool. It was cool, but I don't know. It's something about just where I'm from. I just really like where I'm from, and so that's why a lot of people be like, some people who grow up in the hood that don't want to leave the hood, they must have like a hood mentality and stuff like that. I can get real hood and ratchet on a bitch easily, but just because I still live in the hood don't mean that I'm a hood rat or I'm just ghetto or I'm just stuff like that. I'm very smart and intelligent. I'm very talented with my crafts and creations and my cake decorating. I could do anything I want to as far as jobs. I went to college. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I have a good head on my shoulder and still live in the hood. So, visiting the Chi, absolutely. I can visit there anytime, but living there, I would never want to live in Chicago. Never. I would always come right back here. Never. Mm-mm-mm. Nope. But yeah, never. But yeah. There are certain places that I love to travel to, but nope, I don't want to live there. Mm-mm-mm. But if I was to move anywhere from here, it would probably be around retirement age, and I would go down south. I would definitely go down south. And I don't know where down south though yet. My cousin wants me to come to Texas with her. Some of my family members, I got a ton. When I say a ton of family in Memphis, and I still got family in the SIP too. I got family in Mississippi. I got a ton of family in Memphis though. They deep down there. They own a lot of property. I got cousins that own a motherfucking park in Memphis. They own a park. The city has stopped caring for a park years ago, and I guess it was a park abandoned or something. And so we use that park for our family reunions. They got houses on it, they got pavilions on it, it got basketball courts, it got all kind of shit, lakes. Yeah, I got family down there that own parks, like city parks. So my family real deep down there. But I would love to move down south if I could before I moved anywhere. Yeah. Yeah, and see, the thing about Texas is the further south you go, the hotter. And I really don't like the hot heat. That's the thing. I don't like the heat here. In the Midwest, when it gets hot outside, you will find my ass in the house in the air conditioner sucking up all the air till like nighttime. Once it gets nighttime and that sun go down, that's when I step out in the summer. And that's here. And it don't get as hot here as it do down there. But see, that's the only thing I would have to if I was to move to Texas, because my family in Texas, they stayed down south, like South Texas, where it's real hot. So I don't know. But right now I'm happy and I'm content where I am. My kids here. I got family here. My grandbaby is here. And that's why I said it would probably be retirement age if I was to ever move, because I have no intentions of moving anytime while my grandbaby is a child. And while he's a child and growing up, I have no intentions of moving anywhere. That little boy was here yesterday, didn't go to sleep till like 2:00 in the morning and woke up at 6. And like I was telling y'all yesterday in the chat, when he spends the night, because he has his own, Vibrant Lowell calls it his own suite, because that's how decked out his bedroom is. That's here at my house. But he literally has a big ass bedroom with everything in it a little child could want. Flat screen TVs on the walls, toys, video games, clothes, big bed, dresser set, computer desk. He got everything here, and he's only 4. But yeah, he got his own room and everything. But when he goes to sleep at night, and I leave out snacks and stuff for him to eat on, munch on if he wake up in the middle of the night or in the morning and be hungry. And I always leave like juice on his dresser or some milk, and I put some ice in the milk so that the milk won't get warm in the middle of the night. And when I woke up this morning, he had went through some peanut butter crackers, is watching his TV and playing with his toys. And when I got up, he said, "Finally, Yaya, you woke." good morning. I'm like, good morning, baby. But yep, then I had him leave before the snow came because he was supposed to stay till later. But when they said blizzard conditions starting around 10 a.m., I was like, come get my baby now and take him home before y'all be slipping and sliding out there in that weather. So I'll probably get him again next weekend. But yep, I'm not gonna move unless the Lord just be like, I got something for you, honey, and daughter, you move it. God would have to literally make me move. But other than that, I'm staying here till he grow up, at least till he grows up. And then I might have more grandkids by then too. So, but you said, okay, hot heat, that would be like El Paso and other towns that are considered desert towns. That's more as West Texas. Well, so sweet. Yeah, hey, it's my one and only, okay? I only got one, Austin. So yes, he's definitely spoiled. He definitely got me wrapped around his little finger. But he's not bad. That's what I love because that's just like my kids. My kids could get anything they wanted when they grew up. Like when that new PlayStation came out, my son said it's like $800 something or something. This was like a couple of months back. And he said, man, I really want that PlayStation, but I think I'm just going to get me a new Xbox because that shit is just too expensive. I said, you know, you would have had that shit when you was a kid, right? He said, yeah, I know you would have bought it for us. But see, the thing is, my kids could have everything they wanted when they was little, but they deserved it because they earned it. If they didn't earn it and if they didn't deserve it, they didn't get it. So I do my grandbaby the same way. He got manners. We teach him to be respectful. He ain't one of those kids that fall out in the middle of the floor, no grocery store, cuss you out, throwing shit at you. He got a lot of sense. So I don't mind spoiling kids that are respectful and are good. But if you bad as fuck, shit, you can't get 5 cents from me. And my kids will tell you, shit, they be playing in their same old gym shoes from last year. Fuck with me if you give me some problems. Talk about I want some $150, $200 sneakers for basketball. How's your grades? Have you been on your chores like you should have been? Like, let me call your teacher, see how you've been acting in class. Then we'll discuss if you get them $200 pair of sneakers. That's the type of parent I was growing up. And I was on their shit all the time. I was always on the website where you could check their grades and check their homework. I was on that shit like clockwork every week. And if they was falling behind or wasn't turning in some shit, I'm taking PlayStations, games, TVs, cell phones, all that. I was that type of parent. But yeah, so I treat my grandbaby the same way. I'll spoil you and shit, but you definitely got to earn it. Oh yeah, call the shit. When my oldest son would leave one school and the youngest son would come into that school, all the teachers be like, I know your mama. We already know what your mama gives. And you know, if we call her, you already know what she gives too. Because they know I would come up to a school and show the fuck out. I sure would. I would come up to a school and show the fuck out. Just walk right through the classroom. Excuse me, can you meet me in the hall? Have all their friends looking at them like, oh shit, Mama T in the building. And but see, all their friends love me too. All their friends, all the kids on our block, no matter where we live, they always want to be under our roof or playing out in our yard. So I was one of those mamas who was, I'll keep your ass in line, but you can also get things that most kids probably couldn't get as long as you did what you were supposed to do. And if you weren't, oh, you're going to catch my wrath. But yeah, but on to another note, I'm about to get my ass off of here. Thank you, Austin, for always supporting the channel and the chats. I appreciate you, boo. You said I ain't too caught up on the new PS. It's the PS5 or PS6 if it's a 6. I don't know what it is, Austin. I just know my son said it was like $800. And he was like, I'll wait till the price go down, till the hype go down. And I was just teasing him because I was laughing at him. I said, don't you wish you were still a little kid? Because you would just be like, Mama, can we get the new PS5 for our birthday or for Christmas? And I'm like, yep, keep your grades up. Do this, do that. Don't let me have no problems with your teachers. They knew what to do to get what they wanted. Sure, my kids knew what to do. They were still kids. Oh, they would act out and have to get that butt tapped every now and then and get grounded and all that shit like most kids. But they definitely never got too out of pocket with me. Because if I didn't get on them, then they dads would. They dads definitely would get on them. And one of my sons, I got 2 boys that most people know. I got 2 boys by 2 different fathers. And one of them lives like an hour and a half, 2 hours away. He would drive his ass up here any given day. What's your mama say you did? Or come up to the school and I wouldn't even know. They'd be like, dang, Mom, did you call Dad and tell him out my grades? Did you call Dad? No. Well, Dad came to school today. He took off of work. I'm like, well, don't be having the teacher call us. Shit, don't. That's one thing. Even though I was broke up with their father was still very well involved in their life, from child support and other support and school, after school activities, all that bullshit, and would drive out of fucking town to come up here and chastise their ass. Shit. We didn't play when it came to school and education and all that, and respecting, your parents and all that shit. So I'm thankful that I have some very supportive men to help raise my children. But yep. I will stay careful out there. I surely will. I'm staying in the house for probably the next few days because of this snow. Right now, if you live in a state where it snows, that how they say the storm comes before the calm comes before the storm. So right now it's the calm. The wind is picking up pretty strong. I'm looking out the window and I see some snow coming down, but it's the calm before the storm, because in about 4 or 5 hours, we're going to have a severe blizzard. So I got everything I need over here. I ordered me some rock salt to put on my sidewalks for the ice. I got food. I got tissue. I got liquor. I got water. I got snacks. I got everything I need. I got everything. Yes, it's snowing. It's snowing right now. Yep, it's been snowing since like 10 o'clock this morning. Yep. And the wind is real strong. The wind is about 50 miles an hour right now. And they said it's supposed to pick up to about 60. So once the snow really comes and with that wind, that's going to create a blizzard. And that means, you can't really see when you're driving. Yeah. They call it a whiteout. Most people don't have to live in snowy areas to know what a whiteout is, but that's basically what it is. And you don't want to drive through no whiteout. You land up in a ditch somewhere or under a semi truck or some bullshit like that. But I'm used to it, born and raised, so I'm used to it. I know when to stay home, stock up and stay home. I ain't no fool. I ain't gonna get out there in them streets. Nope. So I'm gonna stay right here in the heat. But yeah, so I'm about to jump off of here and I'm gonna check out to see what else is popping on YouTube. If nothing, then I'm gonna get back to watching my TV shows. I just got caught up on 911. That's one of my favorite TV shows on Hulu. I was watching a Lincoln Lawyer. I'm still a little behind on that, but I'm getting caught up on that. What else was I watching? Damn, I can't remember what else I was watching. Anyway, it's so many things out here. There's so much entertainment besides YouTube. I try to give YouTube attention, but I also try to give my real life attention, my family, my friends, and regular television, So I try not to get too invested in YouTube, but when the shit is popping and when it's entertainment and when it's a lot going on, sometimes we just can't help but not pull away from the YouTube. And that's okay. Just try not to get too invested. You know what I mean? Into other people's storylines. Quit trying to make people's problems your problems, and you'll be all right. You say, yes, I'm going to look at YouTube WCW. All right, y'all. Make sure you like and share the video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already subscribed. Hit the notification bell. Shout out again to the people who donated to the platform. Dana Smith, $9.99 super chat. Thank you, boo. And Mel, my sister from another mister, $20 super chat. Thank you, boo. I appreciate you guys so much. Stay safe, be blessed, remain vigilant at all times, and always remember to keep it hood. I'm out. Bye.